Hey everyone, it's Victoria James and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and click that red subscriber button, let it turn gray and become a JBae. Come on and hang out with the JBae fam where we chit chat and all that about high-end and luxury beauty on this channel. Today is all high-end with Urban Decay, Smashbox, and a little luxury with Giorgio Armani. So we're just trying a few new things today. I don't have a ton of new products, but I do have a few that I wanted to discuss with y'all and just talk a little bit about upcoming releases or currently released makeup that I may or may not be purchasing. Check out my most recent video, which was the Patrick Ta foundation review. I will link it up here in the cards so that you can have easy access to that. And lately, I've been mostly reviewing what I get in PR. For those of you who follow my vlogs, I am on a budget right now, very tight budget. And so I am not buying new releases for the most part. I usually wait until there's a payout on one of the platforms that I use for affiliate links or for YouTube AdSense, for example. And I will, as I've mentioned to you guys before, use that money to invest back into the channel. So that's how I'm doing things right now. I am going to go ahead and talk to you guys about the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. I know you guys have seen me use this before, but they sent me 2 more shades. They sent me 29 and 35. So I'm going to be actually using these today instead of this because I've gotten a bit of a tan and this 35 works better. Also, Giorgio Armani sent over the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint and the Luminous Silk Glow Blush for me to try. And Smashbox sent over some of their mood board eyeshadow palettes, so we're going to wear one of these today as well. I'm currently in graduate school getting my master's in human factor psychology, or I believe the job title is human factors engineering. Somebody said Victoria is becoming an engineer. Ciao. I didn't say it. But them job descriptions, they be saying it. If you've ever heard of UX UI design, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm trying to think of maybe a concealer. I guess I'll use the Luminous Silk Concealer. Oh, you know what? Merit had a shade expansion on their complexion sticks, so I will go ahead and use those today. So I'm trying to think of like what's new, you know what I mean? A little combo of Buff and Sienna I think will be quite nice. Actually, no, I'll just use Buff for some brightening because I have this lighter shade from Urban Decay, so we'll just use this for a little brightening. LYS has dropped a skin tint bomb, a skin tint stick, and that looks like something I could get into. I have 2 eyeshadow palettes, so I want to pull that out. The other one here. So we're going to look at these 2. The liquid fluid sheer to go with this girly right here. Yeah, man. Let's do this. Woo! Hang on a second. Hey! How you doing? Y'all see that? Y'all see the clavicle? Hey! Y'all see it? Hold up. Now me getting skinty. No, so I ain't seen that girl. I haven't seen those bones in decades. Borderline scared me, child. Anyway. Anyway. Seriously, Victoria. Let's get into this foundation. I'm gonna start with primer, and since we're working with Smashbox today, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the photo finish and the oil control, because they do have, you know, Smashbox has their original photo finish primer that's kind of like an all-purpose smoothing silicone based primer, and then they have this girl over here, this set with the white labels. These have different functions, much like the Makeup Forever Step 1. They have something for like every skin concern. They have that in this set as well. The Smashbox Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer is the one that I like to use in the T-zone. And this one has salicylic acid and silkscreen complex in it. We'll use this one over the rest of the skin. This is the Smooth and Blur. I mean, why not, you know? All I have on my face right now is my skincare and my sunscreen, but I put that on like ages ago, so. That feels so good. And then for the T-zone, we're just gonna put on the oil control. And it looks like this. It's like a little yellow. And I like to put it on my lids as well, because you know how those can get oily. Now the only eye primer that I use these days is from Danessa Myricks. If you never heard of it, I can understand that. Nobody really talks about it, but I love it. It's the it's the Color Fix Invisible Eyeshadow Base. It looks like this. And it's pretty clear. I mean, I have some makeup in there, like from my concealer or whatever, but it's pretty clear. Let's use my number 57 brush from Sephora. And I just mostly focus on my crease because that's where I need it to not crease. But you can slap this all over the eye. I start off with this, and then everything else just kind of does what it needs to do. It doesn't move. You can put it under the eyes too, to keep your concealer from creasing. Pro tip from me to you, friends. Let's go ahead and... So it's midday, which is why you're gonna see a lot of that. You see it? The sun. Apologies in advance. Let's do a touch of underpainting, kind of, sort of. I'm going to start off with the Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer and a somewhat clean brush. It's not clean. It's not clean. I'm going to use this number 78 from Sephora. 2 pumps. This is a coral shade, number 5. And I'm just going to generously douse that on my cheeks. I'm gonna sneak into the brow a little bit, like that. And I'm gonna use this as like the base for my highlighter later on. Let me use my mirror here, see what I'm doing, make sure I'm doing it right. So as you can see, you start off with the coral, but then it ends up looking gold, right? Because it has like those gold shimmer. I'm just gonna take what's left down my nose. And then let's get into number 35, Deep Warm Neutral from Urban Decay's Face Bond Foundation. This foundation has become, it is like undoubtedly my favorite foundation this year. Which is saying a lot. I mean a lot, because I'm pretty bougie when it comes to makeup. And take a fresh brush. I actually do have this one. Okay. This was my suggestion as an alternative for the brush that I used in the Patrick Ta video. This one here. So this one is the number 88 Pro Slanted Buffing Brush from Sephora, but they don't make it anymore. So now the brushes all look like this, black on black. And this one is the number 70 Pro Foundation Brush. It's just not slanted. It is the same brush, it is just not slanted. So if you like the idea of like a nice dense brush that will help push the foundation into your skin and also buff it out at the same time, because for me, I'm not a sponge girl. I don't like sponges. So I use something like this instead because I can easily clean it. Much easier than I can a sponge. I have a couple of sponges. As a matter of fact, I have the sponge that Urban Decay sent with the Face Bond foundation, but I don't use that thing. I use it like once. And it's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice fat booty brush. I mean, sponge, sorry. But I'm not a sponge girl. I just cannot, I can't keep up with it. I'm gonna do half my face so you can see. Okay. All right, fam. There is 35 against no makeup, just the little bit of highlighter, but I like that. Looks really good. In my simple human mirror on this side here, just to make sure that I've gotten everything nicely blended. Man, that looks so good. The name Face Bond, this thing moves with your skin. It has transfer resistant natural finish, and it lasts all day. The wear on this is impeccable, especially for the price. Like, I feel like this is such a well-made foundation. I mean, they really did that. They did a thing. Just looks like skin. Let me zoom in. It's very mess free. And it's the only thing I brought with me to California for complexion. The coverage is buildable to full. We are evened out. I'm just going to use a little bit of the number 29 to brighten. And whatever is left over. Sometimes you just need a regular mirror. Sometimes the zoom is a little too much. It really is the seamless blend for me. It's so good. So good. I'm gonna take a little drop of buff. Did you see that? Just enough brightening. Same formula, you guys. They've just expanded the shade range 10 shades. And it's 2 in each category. Gotta check it out, y'all. I don't think it's a secret how much I enjoy Merit products. Specifically, that complexion stick is my favorite product in the entire line. The lipsticks are a very close second. So let's move on, because the skin looks great. And the other thing about Skin Bond is you don't need to set it. It's a self-setting foundation, so there's no need to set it. I'm gonna put a little lip balm on. I feel like if you use Face Bonds like very lightly, it is a foundation that you can just put on and go. You don't have to do a lot. All right, I'm just gonna put on a little bit of this, and I'm just trying to use as little brushes as possible. God, such a pretty color. All right, y'all, just throw in a little bit of my Laguna bronzer. and I think the complexion, there we go, looks great. Let's go ahead and play with these. These are the Smashbox Always On Mood Board eyeshadow palettes. I have two. I have Cozy Vibes and I have Fiery Vibes. And you can see from the X what the color story is. It is pretty much exactly that. So this is kind of like, I would call it a warm and neutral. And then this one is just all warm. Warm, very fall, and very much the one that I want to get into today. I love this color story. It's so fall. All right, let's get into it. All right, I just had to get something in my crease to start. So while my camera was cooling down, I went ahead and put this shade, which looks like it is called, I think I'm looking at this from the reverse, so I'm going to say it's called Try Me. Yeah, that shade's called Try Me. And then I'm going to take Brick by Brick, which is the darker shade over here, which is a matte. And we're going to pop that a little bit higher. Warm things up. They have nice pigmentation. And they build well, these Smashbox shadows. I'm using synthetic brush, and it looks like it's picking up really nicely. So fall is my favorite season. My birthday's in November. I love everything about fall. Some of my most early childhood memories are crunching through the leaves with my dad. After like losing my tooth in the first grade. Yeah, that's pretty. And this one doesn't have a dark matte, but I think this one does. Yes, this one has a dark matte. I'm going to use that. I think it's, again, since it's reversed, I believe this is Unbothered. I pick that up pretty generously. And work that into the crease in the V. Let's see if I can put it on. Yeah. Pretty good. This is, you know, I'm by no means giving a tutorial. But yeah, that's cute. Okay, let's sweep on a lid color. This eyeshadow brush, yeah, it's just a plain shadow brush. I'm gonna come back in here because I really want to keep this warm. And I'm gonna really fire it up, friends. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna go to this nice twin flames. That is a really beautiful, like, orangey red. Really pack that on. I don't have a ton of lid space, as we know, but I really want that shade to stand out. So I'm just going to take it all the way. Packing on nicely. Looks good. I'm going to go back in with the brush. No added product, but it does have those shades that I already used on there, so I'm just gonna buff that in. And I'm gonna take a smaller, flatter brush. No need that lower lash line, but a smaller, sort of flat brush to give myself some inner corner definition. And I'm going to use this like brighter gold shade, and I believe this one is called Honey Talks. Picking this up with a Bristles Beauty number P06. Y'all, Bristles Beauty is closing their doors, so they have all their brushes for 60% off. I will leave a link in the description box for y'all to check them out, because These are natural hair brushes, and they were made to be affordable and accessible. They came about at the height of the pandemic, and I think that they did an incredible job with their products, and I wish that they weren't closing, but let me tell you, I understand the times we are living in. I totally understand, but I want to, you know, show my support in the best way that I can, which is to encourage you guys to check them out and pick up these brushes. I mean, you're going to get an incredible deal. They're already affordable, so 60% off. I mean, they're practically giving them away. This is like a nice duochrome, it looks like. Yeah, it's super pretty. And then I'm just going to take this BK Beauty, what is this number? Oh, my dog bit it off. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. My dog legit bit off the part with the name. Anyway. I'm going to use the this sort of shimmery brown. I'm going to use that on the lower lash line. And I think that one is called Trailblazer. Yeah. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that's going to complement the honey talks real nice. Should I throw in a falsie, friends? I mean, we're just playing around in makeup. Why not? I'm just going to clean that brush off a little bit because I want to go in with that shade again, that same Unbothered, just to connect everything. Right there. All right. Nice, nice. So we did kind of end up using both. I only used one shade from here, but I really wanted to keep things warm, so I like that. I feel like I got a really nice warm look. The shadows play very well with each other. The blend on this is so nice. It almost really looks like fire. I love it. All right, Smashbox. And Danessa with that primer, man. Let me tell you. It's a hooded girl's best friend. A hooded lit girl's best friend. I'm gonna take a moment to get some footage of the Giorgio Armani cheek tint for reels, for Instagram reels. I'll be back. All right, we're back. I have finished my makeup, but I want to tell you what I used. I had to film for the cheek tint campaign with Giorgio Armani, so they sent me both of these products, and I just want to swatch them for you so you can see how they look before they were on my cheek. This shade is called number 50, and then this shade here is it says flaming red on the box. It's number 41. Man, these are gorgeous. I think I want, like, at first I'm thinking, well, I want to put a little bit more, but you see it. You see that rouge, baby? That is gorgeous. I haven't done like a nice red fall look in a while. But yeah, let me go ahead and swatch this beauty for you so you can see how that shows up, because this, I believe, is the powder equivalent to, oh my God, where'd she go? Where'd she go? I had it here. Okay, here she go. To this one that I put on earlier in the video. This is the Fluid Sheer Glow Enhancer, and this one is in the shade 5. Let me get in real close so you can see what that looks like. And then this, I want to say this is like the powder equivalent because of how they show up on the skin. It has the same gold shimmer in it. Let me just bring in the color a little more so you can see that gold sheen that comes out. And this is giving very much highlighter. This is not a blush. It's not a blush at all. But it's called the Glow Blush if you are looking for it, and I'll link it for you, of course. And then this one, Flaming Red, this is one of the new cheek tints, the liquid blushes, and I put 3 little dots. I'll probably show it to you in this clip right here. I put 3 little dots on, blended it in, And then it just turned out perfectly. It really turned out perfectly. I feel like it's a beautiful shade for deep complexions. It is one of the 3 darker shades in the range. There are 6 to choose from. Highly encourage you to check them out. They're easy to apply, they're easy to blend, and you can use them on your lips as well. Even though they didn't say that they're lip and cheek tints, you can absolutely use them on your lips. And then to top things off, I just used a little lippy from Giorgio Armani's Lip Maestros. This is, the number on it? No, I ended up, the number like peeled off, but I'll try to find it and share it with you guys in the description box. It's a beautiful, like, warm red. And I thought that went perfectly with my eye look, and everything's just nice and warm and glowy and golden and lovely. I just love this look and how it turned out. I didn't use a finishing spray because I didn't really use that much powder, friends. So I don't think I'm going to use a finishing spray. I have a new one, but I don't think I need to use it. My skin already looks really good. That face bond, you do not need to set that, girl. It looks fantastic. So I think that's going to do it for this video. I think that's good enough. I don't want to overdo it. Let me know what you guys think of this look and any of these products. Are you interested in buying them? I know Smashbox is not like a huge name anymore, but it's absolutely, in my opinion, like one of those mainstays, like Bobbi Brown, like Nars, you know, like MAC. It's just one of those brands that has solidified itself in the industry, and I feel like I'll always have them in my collection. Same thing with Armani Beauty. I feel like their products generally hit. So I don't know, I can't even, maybe you guys can refresh my memory, but I can't remember a time where I used a product. I haven't used all their products, but if I used a product and I said this ain't it. I really love their products. I love their formulas. I feel like they don't they don't make gigantic ranges that just don't make sense. They're usually very thoughtful about what they put out. So I'm loving everything that I use today. It all worked together beautifully. It all blended beautifully. But of course, let me know what you think. Let's chit chat and all that as we do about high-end and luxury beauty on this channel. Thank you all so much for watching. If you reached the end of the video, go ahead and comment the hands making the heart emoji. That is one of my favorite new emojis that has come out. I use it all the time. And yeah. Everything is in the description box. Do check the description box, you guys, because I put my links in there. They are affiliated, but you know, clicking through them costs you nothing. So if you're planning to buy and you want to show your support, that is the best way to do so. All right, you guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you so much for watching again. I love you, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.